we made it. It's the end of the week. I didn't know if I was going to make it through this week. So thank you, everybody. First of all, those of you who are still online with us and those of you that are still in the room, there's a bunch of you. I'm so happy. This is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to get through this as quickly as possible. We are running a little bit ahead, which is great because it's Friday. It's been a long week. But anyway, I wanted to remind everyone why we're here. Well, we're here for the science and to learn. And but we're here because a few years ago, as Chaz mentioned during the opening on Monday, a few years ago, Dimitri contacted us and said, hey, you guys really need to do a summer workshop on astrometry. And Dimitri has been a big player in this field for a very, very long time. And actually, a couple days ago, it popped up on my Facebook timeline that I had asked people about what topics would you like to see if you were writing a book or if someone was writing a book and who should write them. And Dimitri responded and he said, you need to ask Alessandro to write up the section on astrometric detection of exoplanets. And I just thought, that was very apropos because it popped up on my timeline a couple days ago. Yeah, we missed Dimitri, and anyway, just this workshop was dedicated to him, and I'm really glad that it went really, really well. Or at least it seems like it's gone really well. Okay, so well, you can tell us if this has gone really well. So we have a survey. It is, I think, Megan is going to, excuse me, put the link in the Slack channel, but you can also, it's just tinyurl.com, Sagan/Sagan22. And so you can type that in and fill out the survey. The survey will be open for a while, but it's really useful for us. We look at this, we take the comments seriously, and we try to improve every year. So please do fill this out. The videos of all of the presentations for the last 4 days are already posted. The last day will be posted soon. Ellen has been just a powerhouse at just churning these out for everybody. And the ones that have already been posted, especially the ones at the beginning of the week, already have several hundred views. So it's being used. So that's great. Okay, and just a reminder that we do have videos from the last 8 years of the workshop. So, you can go back, we do a different topic every year, and you can go back and see those. Okay, so now is the part of the talk where I say thank you to everybody. So first of all, thanks to the SOC. Some of you are still here, some of you have left, but we had a great SOC this year. You can see pictures of a few of our SOC members, and I think the agenda that they all put together was really great and very informative. Okay, I also want, and we can't really see them, I guess, unless I talk, but I also want to thank the team that put this together. This is our first hybrid workshop. Hybrid workshops are hard. Again, you'll tell us all whether we did a good job or not, but from what I've heard so far, and the fact that we haven't had any major disasters, I think it's gone okay. So I wanted to, first of all, really thank the two people sitting in this front row, Elise and Ellen, who really took on the lion's share of the work. And, we've been planning this for almost a year, and they really did, they made this a major success. Also, Megan and Melanie, they have also been, working on this for the past year. They have been our eyes and ears in attendee land, on Zoom land. And so I don't know if either of you guys want to unmute and just say hi so people can see you.
Hi.
Hello. All right, that's
Hi.
Megan.
Hello.
Melanie, can you, oh, there's Melanie. Okay,
Yep.
So there they are. Anyway, so can everybody just give them a round of applause? Because they really, because they totally deserve it. Thank you. Okay, so yes, this is the team. And Rich joined our team a little while ago and is here was here to help for a bit, and then we'll say goodbye to him soon. Anyway. Oh, and Tracy, yes, I forgot. So you're right, Tracy, who was reading all of the online questions, she had to leave, but she'll be taking Elisa's spot and running the science part of the meeting next year. So, because Elise is very, everybody wants her, so her time is very precious, and she can't do this again next year, unfortunately. Okay, but it wasn't just this team. This takes a village, and so we also have a whole group of people at IPAC that have helped us make sure that all of the equipment is working, as well as the other people at Caltech that are not IPAC employees. And everything from the people sitting who gave you your badge and make sure that the lunches are there and whatnot, to making sure that all of the hardware and software worked. So thank you to everybody. Okay, sorry, I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so speakers, thank you for not only giving informative, really excellent, interesting talks, but also for answering questions in Slack, and for not only doing lunches in person for those of you that were here, but also volunteering to do lunches on Zoom for the people that couldn't be here. And so that's, we only have about 10-15% of the participants of the meeting, or the registrants of the meeting, in this room. Most people are online. And so that was really valuable. And we've heard some really great things from the people that were able to speak with you. So thank you so much for doing that. And we had a lot of different speakers. We had some online, most in the room. We learned a couple new dances. Todd's not here today, but so you can take that back. I got his permission, so I'm going to post at least the exoplanet mission dance on Twitter at some point after I sleep. But anyway, that'll show up at some point. Okay, and to our hands-on session leaders. So one of the hallmarks of the Sagan Summer Workshop are these hands-on sessions. We've been doing them for a number of years now, and it really is what makes this stand out from just another summer school or conference. And our hope is that you all will you've learned these skills and these tools, and you'll take it back to your institutions and teach others there. So, we're looking to enable as much science as possible. And none of this would be possible without Tim Brandt, Anthony Brown, Jackie Faraday, Alessandro Sosetti, and Elise and Melanie, who made sure that it all worked in the background. In the Google Colab notebooks, all Melanie. So, and actually, Anthony wrote one of them too. So anyway, it takes a village. This is a lot of work. And not only, so they all wrote the things, but then we needed all the helpers to make sure that if anybody had questions online, installing Python, or you weren't sure what to do, that we had people in the room and we had people online that could step in and help. And so thank you. We could not do it without the helpers. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do a little commercial break because we actually missed this slide on Monday. All right, so Nexi runs more than just the Sagan Summer Workshop. We also have a number of different tools and opportunities for the community. So a lot of the data and plots that you've seen, a lot of the data in the plots you've seen have come from the NASA Exoplanet Archive. That we run that. Jesse Christensen is now the lead of the Exoplanet Archive, and we keep the official planet count for NASA. And so we have over 5,000 exoplanets, as I'm assuming all of you in the audience know. And the Exoplanet Archive has, all of the Kepler high-level data products, over 100 million transit light curves, and tools to work with all of this data. So if you haven't checked out the Exoplanet Archive so far or yet, you should. And there's a link there. You could just go to Nexi's homepage. Everything is linked off of there. A sibling service to the Exoplanet Archive is the ExoFop. And it's a community tool to share exoplanet follow-up observations and data and notes about things. You can follow your favorite objects, things like that. There used to be 3 FOP portals, one for Kepler, one for K2, one for TESS. They've now all been merged, so there's one FOP to rule them all. There's over 60,000 observations and over 1 million files that have been uploaded by people in the community. So again, if you have data, or if you want to see if somebody else has already looked at your favorite target, go look at the ExoFop. All right, another thing that our team does is we administer all of NASA's time on the Keck telescopes. So that amounts to about 47 nights per semester. It's split between the two 10-meter telescopes, and anybody at a U.S. institution can apply. If you are not at a U.S. institution, then you can be a co-I, so you can work with someone at a U.S. institution, and it's open to basically anybody to do basically anything. You do have to link your program to NASA strategic goals, but that's really not that difficult to do. If you have questions, you can email us and ask us. Let's see, so every 6 months, we have a new proposal semester. Proposals for the upcoming semester will be due on September 15th, so in a month and a half or so. The call will be online in a couple of weeks. Ellen and I need a little breather, and then well, we're working on it now. Anyway, that'll be online. Excuse me. And a little teaser is we will stay tuned we have a new joint NASA-Keck JWST program where you'll submit your proposal to the JWST TAC, and you can ask for NASA-Keck Time to support it in that proposal you put into JWST. And if that TAC thinks that it's worthy, then you'll get NASA-Keck Time as well to support your program. We'll have more information on that in a couple weeks. All right, last part of the commercial, the NASA Hubble Fellowship Program. I am the lead for the Sagan part of the program, the exoplanet part of the NASA Hubble Fellowship Program. And it's basically open to anybody around the world. The only stipulation is if you are awarded a fellowship, you have to serve it at an institution in the US. But you can come from anywhere, doesn't matter. You don't have to already be in the US, you could be anywhere. And applications, we'll get the application online in early September. It's usually the day after Labor Day here in the US. And they're due November 3rd. So look for that. That will be up soon. And if you have any questions about it, you can ask me. I'm very happy to answer. Okay, commercial over. Reminders that you all will care more about. If you need a certificate of attendance, whether you're here in person or online, the certificate site is now open. You can go to the website and you can ask for a certificate. As I said, this workshop is not the only thing this team works on, so it'll take a little bit. We will get you your certificate by no later than early September. But excuse me. But anyway, you can ask for one and get it. Also, if you want to be part of, if you weren't here, or if you were here, if you want to be part of the collage of headshots that we put together, you could submit a headshot online. The deadline for that is August 19th. And let's see, Gather and Slack will both remain open. So Gather will be open until August 12th, so you can go and chat with people there, look at posters. Even after Gather closes, the posters will also be available on the workshop website indefinitely. They will be there forever. Well, they'll be there for a long time. Slack will remain open, although Slack is changing its policies. So as of September 1st, you'll only get to see it messages for 90 days. So if you've made connections here, get people's information before September. Okay. The messages will go away after September, yes, yeah. Anyway, okay, so I'm thanking everybody else, but of course I need to thank you all as well. This would not be a thing if no one showed up. So thank you very much for coming in person. Some of you traveled very far. For being online, some of you stayed awake all night to watch these live. We're humbled and very appreciative. You've asked questions, you've done the hands-on sessions really well, I might add. So thank you. Spread the word. We have a Twitter handle. If you had a good experience here, if you learned something new here, if you're looking forward to next year, put something in Twitter if you are so inclined. I already said about Slack, posters. All right, don't forget to submit your headshot and don't forget to fill out the survey. And then, okay, the last slide here. So what you see in the top left here, this was it's teeny tiny, but last year's collage of the submitted headshots. So we're going to do that again. So that collage will be updated. But I did want to show you the two photos from this year. This is all of us here in person outside. And then there were 37, I believe, 37 people that gathered on Gather, and we took their screenshot as well. So even if you're in one of these twos, you could still submit a headshot, and we'll post all that. NASA headquarters likes to see all this stuff. So yes. Okay, so a few more logistical things. If you have a zillion of these in your offices or at home and you don't want to take home another one, you can recycle your badges here. Just drop them somewhere down here. Drop them right there on top of that platform there. And then also, we bought a lot of COVID tests and very few people asked for them. So we have some. They're good for another 6 months. If you want to take one with you to test before you go home or anything like that, feel free. They are down here. You can come get one. We are happy to distribute them so they don't go to waste. Anything else? I think that's about it. Oh. Next year's topic. I don't think can I say something about next year's topic?
You're making suggestions, nothing's been defined yet.
Well. All right, what Chaz said is we're taking suggestions, nothing's been defined yet, although we do have something. Yeah.
There's this other telescope that we haven't talked a lot about. There's this other telescope that's operating and doing some exoplanet work, particularly transit spectroscopy is going to be a very big thing. So one of the things we're seriously talking about is a transit spectroscopy with an emphasis on JW. We thought about it for this year, but there just wasn't going to be enough data and time. But the other thing I'll suggest is that, I think it was mentioned earlier, we got 25% of the time on James Webb Space Telescope to do exoplanets in cycle 1. My goal is, and that has been my goal that I've stated clearly for the last decade. The community has done that. The only way that will happen again is if all you people think about new topics, new objects, new projects for cycle 2, which is coming up in the calls out in November, due in January. Think about a topic for JWST and then come here next summer and tell us about it.
Thank you, Chaz. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yes, we have something in mind. But there is, I think it's the last question on the survey that says, do you have suggestions for future topics? And so we are always taking those. Okay, with that, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and get home safely if you've traveled, and if not, stay safe while you're at home. Thank you, everyone.